right. Just make sure everything's working, music's working. Got all the little doodads set up and whatnot. I think so. What's going on here? Why is this? It's kind of buggy, isn't it? I'm looking at my OBS really quick. It's kind of going off the rails a little bit. Okay, let's move that. All right, I think it's ready. So let me get my little checklist. Make sure got all my stuff. Yeah, I think so. All right, welcome to the Game Engine stream. Today is Sunday. It's not a normal day for me to stream, but I wanted to try to get something done today, I suppose. It's also a bit late for me to start, but yeah, I mean, might as well, right? Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the updates panel. Hold on, I think my thing's a little, I don't know why it keeps getting glitched out like that. It's weird. Okay. Okay, wait, give me 1 second. I gotta fix some things really quick. Go to my streaming scene really quick. Okay, that one's fixed. It's the welcome scene, update scene. Wait, the beer. Okay, so a couple of them are kind of broken. I didn't see that before I started. So let me go ahead and fix that. The little dude is kind of off. Wait, there we go. Okay, one more. All right, I think that's fixed. All right, back to what we were doing. So today I'm going to work on more particles. Last stream was kind of a mess for me because I was trying to shoehorn in like an archetype system for the particles, and then I eventually realized that that's probably not the way I want to go about setting up particles. And then after that, I did a lot more research. Generally, just how people implement particle systems. I looked at the Godot's code. I looked at the way Unreal sets up their particles. I looked at Unity's system, even though it's closed source, so I can't do the code or whatever. But I was getting ideas on how they set up their things. I went down a whole rabbit hole about like alpha testing and like blending, because I was like, oh, I gotta make sure that works. And then I kind of came to a conclusion that I'm just not going to worry about that right now. And yeah, that's what I've been doing the past day or so, just kind of swirling ideas in my head about how to like put together a particle system. And I eventually realized that I need a more formal way of putting together a particle system than the way I was doing prior. And this will require a bit more systems from me and a little bit more management. And I think I said I wasn't going to add a bunch of UI for the particles, but it seems like at this point I might need to. So yeah, again, I'm not going to go super crazy into it. I'm not going to like start adding every single possible particle equation. I'll add those as needed. But for now, I do want to get something that works, something that's not broken, and I am a little bit more well-read on how to put together a particle system. So I'll go ahead and kind of show you guys a diagram. I haven't written the diagram yet. I'm going to actually make it really quick, but it should be really simple. So I'll go ahead and show you guys really quickly. Let me make sure there's anything else I need to do. Oh, let me turn on my light really quick so I don't have any visibility issues for my cat. Oh, that's good. Okay, so let's go check out the progress board, which I guess I don't have open because I went back here. Okay. So add particle system. I'm still doing this. There's going to be a few extra bits with this, so let's go ahead and add those extra bits. The first thing is actually, I'll wait for a second, because I want to show you guys my idea before I start updating this. Let's go to draw.io. No, let's do draw.io. I was looking at presentations and stuff. Okay, let's see. Did I add a particles thing? I think I remember adding one last time. Yeah, I did. Okay, and this was my idea for original idea for particles, and no. No, we're not doing this anymore. There will be some ideas that are kind of adjacent to that, but I'm rewriting this. So this particle system is going to be more like how normal engines write their particle systems, because I realized packing too much data into each individual particle is not the greatest idea for a particle system. And I realized it's probably better to set up an emitter, if that makes sense. So, basically what's going to happen, I'm going to go ahead and put together my different ideas for this. The first thing is we want a particle system. Okay, fair enough. Right, we basically already have this, and this is like an object. Let me make that smaller. Okay, so we're gonna have a particle system, right? This particle system, it's basically the same thing as what I've previously written. However, it's gonna have, how do I say? It's gonna do all of its rendering and whatnot in a different way. So we'll have a particle system, and then we'll have an emitter, right? So a particle emitter. Emitter, I don't know if I'm spelling that correctly. Instance, right? Okay. And then from here we can add. Well, we'll leave that alone for a second. Let's see. We'll have an emitter instance. We'll also have an emitter component. All right. And we're going to have an entity. T. Okay. All right. Okay, and then also a particle asset as well. Let's do this one. Particle assets. There we go. All right, so the idea behind this whole thing, right, is that we're going to have a particle system, right? The particle system is going to have an on update, and an on render, similar to what we have currently. And let me go ahead and make this text a bit smaller. Maybe not that small. Let's do like 18. I just want to be very clear, this is like a child of this, and then on render. Okay. And then, okay, so the particle system, right, it's going to have an on update and on render. And then basically we're going to have this emitter instance, right? So we'll have multiple instances. A vector of emitter instance. Probably should have done this before the stream, but I'll do that next time. Here we'll have a vector of emitter instances, right? And the idea with that, right, is when we call on update, right, we're going to be looping through all of the emitter instances and then updating all of their, how do I say? all of their particles. So an emitter instance, right, will have a vector of particles. So this is different from the original system where we had multiple all the particles and they were just flatly defined inside the particle system. Now we're going to have a vector of emitters, right, which each hold a vector of particles, right? And basically a lot of the like settings and a lot of the general like way that we interact with the particle is not going to be held in the particle, it's going to be held in the instance, right? So this will have options for handling particles, right? And then basically what will happen is on update, we're going to check each emitter, and then we're going to go to this emitter, and then we're going to update all the particles in the vector based on the rules that we set for this particular emitter. And then the rules that we set for this emitter are going to be based on, well, these rules are going to be based on the particle assets, which is over here, right? So we're also going to have, wait, now let's do here. We're also going to have a particle asset. And this one's going to be like a ref. Right? So we'll have a reference to a particle asset in the emitter. Right? And then this will essentially be our rules for how we handle each particle. And then you can add as many assets as you want. And then the entity, right? Well, how do I say? Let me try and go from the system's perspective. The system is going to call on update or on render. In this case, I'm going to call on render. On render is going to loop through all of the emitter instances, which are these, right? It's going to loop through these, and then it's going to essentially render every particle, but it's going to render every particle based on the rules that we set for this particular emitter, right? These rules are going to be inside of the assets, right? So we're going to reference our asset, and it's going to say, okay, wait, particle emitter info asset. I don't know, something like this. But basically this just describes the emitter, and then the actual emitter instance holds an actual vector of particles. So we call on render, we run through each individual emitter instance. For this emitter instance, we're going to loop through all the particles, and we're going to draw the particles based on the rules defined in this emitter asset info. But what we're also going to have for this instance is we need to know where we're going to draw this particle. The location that we're going to draw this particle is going to be based on whatever entity is referenced in this instance, right? So essentially, we're going to need a ref to a transform, right? Entity transform. Right. This reference from the entity transform is gained from the particular entity. So the entity will have a transform, right? Oh, let me make this smaller so it's easier to read. Transform comp. And it will also have a particle emitter. Component, right? So this entity will have a transform component, a particle emitter component amongst other components, right? Because it's an entity, so we'll have ... right? Okay. And then this particle emitter component right here will have a reference to a particle particle emitter asset. And it's going to have options for handling particles, which includes like movement equations, like explosion factor, I don't know, like color gradients. All of these things that you think of like when you're like editing like a particle system kind of exist in this asset, right? And then this component is going to have a ref to a particular particle emitter asset. Okay, so, and then again, of course, the entity owns this one. So I'm gonna go through this one more time just to be clear, because I've been kind of writing it while I've been talking. I probably should have done this before. So the particle system is the global system for handling particles, right? Prior to this, in my previous streams, right, I had one single buffer for the particle system that just renders a bunch of particles, and then we just add particles directly to that system, right? The problem with the original system was that all of the individual like information about each particle had to be like all of the crazy details would have had to been held inside each particle, which would bloat each particle, if that makes sense. And it would be ridiculous too, because there would be a lot of copied over information that's the same for every single particle, right? So like, for example, if you have a particular particle as part of an explosion and you want to have like a color gradient from the beginning to the end of the particle, right, you have to contain all that information into the particle, which would also be contained in all of the other particles that were out of the same explosion, right? So you have all this like duplicate data everywhere for every single individual particle. And then as you add more crazy features, you have to keep adding more duplicate information everywhere, which is just going to bloat the particles more and more, right? So I realized, and I was looking around at how other engines handle particle systems. For the most part, you just make an emitter. Unreal has a more complicated way of like, with their Niagara, they have like modules and you can like composite emitters together in like an interesting way. I'm not going that crazy right now. It's fine. Later, if I want to have like multiple emitters or whatever, I'll add that as its own like thing or whatever. But essentially like Godot, Unreal, Unity, essentially when you add particles, it has to be part of some emitter context, right? And that way with the emitter, you can store all of the gradient information, all of the equations, all of the like the way that the emitter behaves itself, along with that any of the equation information that needs to be common between all the particles can be just held in one place. And then what you do is when you actually render each particle and you need to get that information from the emitter to draw each particle, you're looping through, you have the emitter instance, right? And then you're going to use the information derived from the particle asset, all this stuff right here, right, to loop through all the particles at once that are part of this instance, right? And then that way it keeps the particles themselves very lightweight. All they really need to know is what is your lifetime, your remaining lifetime, what is your current position, what is your current like physics information, and that's it. And then everything else as far as like equations go, and as far as like more advanced shader effects and other things and whatnot, can all just be held inside of the emitter. And that keeps everything kind of cache friendly too, so I don't have to keep referencing back in duplicate data everywhere. It's good. It's good. The only thing is I now don't have one giant buffer of particles, but I can live with that. Especially since in my previous system I was going to add like this archetype system with the ECS. I was going to like try and shoehorn that into like a particle system, and then that was getting like kind of complicated. It might have worked, but once I started getting into the implementation details, I realized it wasn't working but that system that I wrote in the previous stream could maybe be used somewhere else. I don't know. All right, so yeah, basically today I just plan on like setting up kind of the framework for this in like its most basic sense, and then I can start expanding it going forward. But yeah, again, the particle system, its main functions are it has the on update, on render. There's also going to be an init and terminate like I already have for any resources that I need to work with. And then this will have a vector of emitter instances. Each emitter presumably would be attached to an entity. I mean, maybe you could put an emitter somewhere else and then attach it in a different way. But yeah, each emitter should be attached to an entity in some way. That attachment, right? Maybe there'll be like an ID on this thing or something. I don't know. But yeah, each emitter holds the actual vector of particles that it works on, right? And it holds a bunch of information in the assets for how to handle each particle, right? It holds a transform from the original entity, and then whenever you modify this entity's transform, this automatically gets changed, right? This will be more explicit, like probably like it's not going to be a pointer, it's actually going to be like a reference, like this, right? Or maybe I'll just have it like as like a raw pointer. I mean, it doesn't own it, so it might be fine. Or maybe, no, I don't think I store them as references, so yeah, that's I'll figure it out. It's not the worst thing ever. But yeah, you have the transform available, you have the information on how you want to render each particle, and then you just render each particle based on the rules of this particular emitter. And then you just make sure that you get the correct information. So this component will be attached to a particular entity, right? And then whenever you attach this emitter component, it creates this emitter instance inside of the particle system, right? And of course, if you want to remove that entity, you'd have to remove the corresponding instance as well. But I'll handle that. Yeah, I'll handle that. And of course, for this asset, I'm going to have a whole editor for modifying all this data. But this way I can kind of reuse this emitter asset around and spawn them wherever I want and whatnot. Because the way that Godot works with it, I like the fact that you can mess with the options directly in the entity. But that means you kind of have to add like prefabs, or you kind of save the information for that in like its own little... It's interesting. I feel like Unreal's way of putting together particles is a bit like more obtuse, but it makes everything much more reusable. And you don't have to have prefabs in yet. I can still just use my assets. So I'm just going to go with more along the lines of like the way Unreal has their particle system. Okay, so I think that explains where I'm at with this. I'm also planning on adding a window to like an entire window just for the particle system. It shouldn't be nearly as painful as the last time I set up a new window, because I already kind of have the framework available for that. It mostly just be copy and paste code and then just move on with my life, you know. But yeah, should be a lot of work. Let's go ahead and get started. How long was that? How long was I talking for? 24 minutes? Not too bad. Alright, so let's open up this and let's go ahead and check it out. Yeah, this archetypes thing, I might even just F0 it for now. And then maybe I'll just leave it in here. Like yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think I am going to do that, because I don't think I've used it yet or anything. So we're going to do /if0 or #if0 and then #endif. Right? Okay. And let's go find archetypes, or I guess I could just go. Okay, here, yeah. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do #if0. I mean, I could also just erase this, honestly. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna erase it. It's in my version control history, so if I needed to come back and get it, I'll get it. If I do that though, I have to regenerate the project settings. I don't know why I have to, because didn't I delete it in here, like in the IDE? Shouldn't that like preserve that information? I don't know, but for some reason it always breaks, so let me just do this really quick. Okay, actually, I think that was fine that time. I've had issues with that before, so. Alright, let's go ahead and build, and then we'll start up, you know? I'm trying to think of where I want to start with all this. Currently, I have like an add particle thing, which I guess is fine. I might get rid of it though. Yeah, because you probably don't want to be spawning particular particles. Yeah. Okay, so a few things really quick. I'm going to change quite a few things. So let's go ahead and test particles. We're going to delete this. I'm not worried about this anymore. I think I saved this in the test entity. Oh, I can test if this works too. If I go here and open this. Okay, cool. It gets rid of it. That's good. Go ahead and delete this entity. All right, we'll go ahead and save this, and let's try it. Oh, wait, but it might... No, well, actually, it might be fine, but let me just go ahead and rebuild, just in case. So I'm going to undo some of the work I've already done with this system. Yeah, I'm going to kind of rip it apart, but it should be fine. Okay, no more spawning particles. Alright. Okay, let me change that. Okay, I'm trying to think of where I want to start with this. Let me go look at my diagram again. And I'll try to think of where's a good entry point for this. Oh, well, you know what? Okay, let's get rid of that. The old add particle stuff. I don't want that anymore. I know I can do it now, so I'm not really that worried about it. But add particle. Okay, yeah, so these should not be a thing anymore. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of this. I think this definition here is fine though. Let's go to the init function. Okay, so particle context is not going to hold a vector of particles anymore. Although this render spec I'll probably leave here for now. It's not a bad place to have it. Let's go ahead and comment that out. Or yeah, let's get rid of this. And it's not reserved, it's... Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and delete this really quick. On updates, yeah, we're not going to worry about this right now. Also, yeah, this time stuff's kind of garbage. Let's just get rid of all that. Yep, no particle pool. Although I might want to just comment this out for now because I'm probably going to end up using this code again later. Let's just do a hash if 0. This part. This is actually a good code to keep. It's going to be used in a different context. Let's see. Add part. Yeah, these are no longer a thing. So let's get rid of these. Okay, let's go figure out where to deal with that now. So we're gonna go, I think, to the script service. Okay, we're gonna find everywhere where we use particle. Wait, am I in? Oh, I'm in the header file. Alright, particle. Okay, so yeah, everywhere we do this kind of thing, we're gonna get rid of it. So particle by location, get rid of that. Let's keep looking. This is unnecessary right now. What is this? If hash add import. So okay, I think this is unnecessary. So I'm gonna go ahead and just comment this out for now. Hopefully this, I think that's fine actually. It's a void anyway, so it might, yeah, it might be fine. Okay, let's keep looking. Okay, and then here, yeah, so we want to get rid of this. Okay, now we need to go over to the script compiler service. We have no init, but we have a terminate. I guess so. Probably should explicitly call it init at some point, huh? Okay, wait, let's go back up. Let's go find language definition. I think all we did was add functions. Particles namespace. Yeah. I mean, I'll leave this here. I will have some interaction at some point with that, but let's get rid of this function. Yeah, this one. So this is unnecessary. Gotta make sure I delete the right things though. So from here down to here. Okay, so that should get rid of that function. Make sure I didn't leave anything. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. So no more of that function, no more adding particles like that. And then now we need to start setting up some of the framework for this stuff. So there's a few things I want to add. Let me just start adding them in my workspace really quick, and then I'll kind of decide which ones are the most important right now. So the first, okay, I want to add a new window for editing particles. Particle emitters. Sorry, misspelling that. Okay. Add new particle assets. Add new particle components. And then add particle emitter. Set up on updates and on render for particle system. What else? Yeah, it's quite a few things, but I think we'll get it. Okay, so I think the first thing I probably should do is maybe add the asset and component, since that kind of already exists in my current system, and then maybe I'll add the window next, just so I have somewhere where everything can like be edited and live before I start really implementing things. So yeah, we'll do this first. Add new particle asset, add new particle component. All right, let's make sure everything builds, make sure I didn't throw any bugs in before I start editing. All right, looks good. Okay, you know what, for now, I'm gonna do something for the UI. It's kind of bothering me that everything's broken right now. Let's go to, the main menu's fine. Let's go to the runtime UI really quick. That will never have an issue. Let's check this. Okay, yeah, this is bothering me. So let's just do no text wrap. Yeah. I guess it's still doing that. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Let's just get this one. Text wrap, none. Text wrap, none. Okay. Okay, we'll save it. I don't know why it doesn't update. Let's close it. Maybe I come back and it'll be updated. Still broken. It's kind of annoying. Let me go check this code really quick. I think I'm just gonna revert it back to its previous. It's just bothering me at this point, I don't know. Service. There's a few unrenders, and then calculates navigation links, calculate. Just calculates. No, it's in the widget actually. Yeah. Okay, so text widget, calculate text and metadata. Yep. Okay, so text widget size. Okay, so it looks like we're just calculating this no matter what. That's interesting. We'll do something like this. If m underscore, let's go find it really quick. Where is it? Text wrapped. We'll say else. We'll do the same thing, but we're going to provide nothing. That last parameter. Is there a default value? Yeah, there's a default value. Yeah, there we go. And then for here, let's do the same thing. If text wrapped, text wrapped. Then we'll do this. Else. Let's do this. So yeah, text wrapping will still be broken, but hopefully if I set things to not be text wrapped, it will actually obey that. All right. Wait, what? It's interesting that it's doing that. Why is this still working? Maybe it's because even if it's not, it still just attempts to do that, I guess? I don't know. Max line width? What's going on? It's an int. So if you provide 0, bool. Shouldn't this handle a single line though? What about, we'll go to UI editor properties. Initialize UI options, window options, text widget options. Here we go. Alignment, right? So widget wrap. Okay. Update the alignment. That's it. I just update the alignment. And then text widgets calculates wait, what? Oh, it's private. Okay. I guess so. Yeah, if we modify it, then we want to do that. Yeah. Okay. Public revalidation methods. Okay. Yeah, don't really care about the whole private versus public thing. Text widgets dot calculate text metadata. It's the parent window. So it'd be an active window. There has to be an active window, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's try that. Because again, I'm pretty sure it should handle a single line. Let's see why not. And it might be loading in the text metadata that it had prior, or I don't know. Yeah, actually, I don't know. No, yeah, it should be revalidating it, so it came in with a false on the thing. Yeah, I don't know why that's broken. I just want to fix this really quick so I don't have to keep staring at the broken text. It's just annoying. Like a constant reminder, go back and finish your text rendering, which I agree, but it's still, it just looks bad. It just looks bad, you know? Right, let's check it out. Okay. Okay, why is it? Hold on. Because I know we're calling this. Yeah, what to say. All right. Okay. Turned off. Okay, so if I go here, let's okay, jump into this one. Yeah, wrap text is false. Okay, so okay, we skip that, yeah. Okay, we'll go through the glyph, yeah. Okay, we're gonna keep rendering these glyphs, yeah. Is there a new line character in here or something? That'd be weird. Okay, I'm still seeing glyphs. Might be the way I'm rendering it too. I don't know, it might be broken. Still, I see these glyphs, so I haven't. Let's see if I can just zip through this, or maybe I'm just being silly. Let's just go here. Continue. Okay. Okay, so breaks. M lines is 0. Now it's 1. Yeah. Okay, so there's one line for this one now. So if I go check this metadata really quick, it should just be one line, yeah. Okay. So why is it doing this? What are you doing? Must have been something I broke in the rendering then. UI, oh, this is UI properties panel. And I want runtime UI and I want on render. Okay, let's scroll down a bit. Let's go see what's going on with this widget. Okay, yeah, so this one's quite broken. Okay, I'm still doing this for some reason. Okay, so we're here, just one line. Call a text rendering function. If text centered. Okay, we do the text center calculation, yeah. Okay, yeah, what? Did I mess this up or something? What's going on? Oh, we're doing text wrapping in here for some reason. Okay. So yeah, no, don't do this right now. Hash if 0. Yeah, I must have been doing something in the middle of it and I left it. So yeah, let's just get rid of that. Oh yeah. I put it back because I was trying to. Okay, I remember now. I remember what the issue was now. Okay, so if I go back now, try this again. I believe it shouldn't be wrapping whatsoever. Yeah, because it was just doing text wrapping on it, like on its own right here. Okay. Let's close that. All right. Okay, there we go. Back to normal. Good. Let's close it. And it doesn't matter what the setting is for it. It's always going to... There we go. Back to normal. Good. Okay. So yeah, when I get back to adding text wrapping, I'll handle all that stuff. But for now, it'll just run like it usually does. No regression. That's good. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's get back to particles. So maybe I should commit really quick since that was its own little thing, huh? Yeah, I'll go ahead and commit really quick. Where did I even modify? Not much, I guess. Short-term cleanup of UI. Runtime UI. In runtime UI.cp/h and to ensure it renders correctly. Renders in a sure text renders single line for now. Yeah, I'll deal with the issue later. Okay. Get rid of archetypes. It was a bad idea. In types.cpp/h. Okay. Oh yeah, remove add particle functions from particle service.cpp/h script compiler service CP and Oxford comma and script service. All right. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, and then fix bug and contributors section of read empty. Quick cleanup. Working on particles. All right, there we go. Alrighty. Okay, let's start working on particles. So let me stop delaying it. Let's go add the component. So we'll go to ECS, we'll go to engine components, and we'll add a new component. This will be a... I don't know where to put it. I guess I'll put it around here, sure. struct particle emitter. Well, let me make sure I'm spelling that right. Emitter. Yeah, okay, I'm spelling that right. Components. Bit of a long name, but whatever. Okay, and then the main thing is we're going to have an asset handle do something. Call emitter handle particle emitter handle emitter handle is explicitly make sure it says empty handle. Yep, totally a good idea. And then this is going to be a ref, something we're not aware of yet, but we'll go ahead and add it in right now. This is going to be the emitter assets. So this is going to be particles Actually, I'm not sure what I want to call this. So let me go over to my little draw.io. So what I'm making right now is this part, right? The component that gets attached to an entity, right? And its main function is just to hold a reference to the emitter asset, but I'm not going to call it emitter asset. Maybe like emitter descriptor. That might be a good name. I don't know. Kind of rolls off the tongue in a weird way, doesn't it? But yeah, basically this will just hold all of the like actual emitter information. So something along those lines. When in doubt, ChatGPT, right? Just pull this off to the side for a second. Okay. Okay. What are some names for a data struct that describes a particle emitter as opposed to its actual instance? Template config definition description templates spec. Thing is, I have a very particular name for spec, so I'm not going to do that. Blueprints, profile, emitter descriptor. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Emitter settings, scheme, no. Blueprint is tempting, but it kind of sounds like Unreal. Definition is actually tempting. An emitter definition, huh? Emitter. Emitter components. Templates, config, templates profile. Okay, I'm Okay, I'm gonna go with one of these top 10. Let's see, profile, no. Blueprint's not bad, I might... I'm gonna go with no on both of these. Spec, I'm gonna go with no. Template, maybe. Description, yeah, that's not a bad one. Profile is aight. Data, no. Definition, nah. Config, no. Template, some okay, maybe template versus description. Emitter instance. Okay, maybe config, yeah. Okay, actually, I'm kind of warming up to config, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's not bad. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with config. Because description, a bit long. Asset config. So here, this one will be called config. This will be an actual instance, and then that describes it, because as a config, this is like the information we're referencing when, right? This is the actual component, which just holds reference to a config, right? Yeah. It's not bad. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, so let's head over to this namespace really quick. Oh, actually, let's just go ahead and include this. This actual assets. Yeah, I'll put it in the particle system. So hash include Cardano particles particle service. H. Let's head over here. Just so it doesn't want to. Okay, I get it. What's wrong with this? Oh, because I forgot to add the terminal thing. There we go. There we go. All right, so individual particle start time, end time. I think his lifetime isn't descriptive of. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna leave this like this, to be honest. And then let's come up here. We're gonna add a few more structs. So, struct EmitterConfig. Okay, that's gonna be the asset. And then a struct for emitter instance. Okay. All right, and again, the config is what's actually going to be serialized as an asset. One config that might be good, I suppose, is maybe a beginning end color. Math deck 3 4 begin color. Math deck 4 end color. Maybe I should prepend it with the actual thing. I haven't been too strict on that at any point, really, but yeah. The position is something that's per particle, definitely. The size is definitely something per particle, yeah. Like the current size, yeah. We might also want a few things, so maybe even like a particle 2D versus a particle 3D. Struct particle 3D. I won't make the distinction yet. Everything will just kind of be assumed to be a 3D particle, and then I can go from there, I guess. So M position is 3D space, size is in 3D space, yeah. Math, vec 3, M. Yeah, usually it's position, size, and rotation. The current rotation. Yeah. Vec 3, M. Rotation. Okay, so this makes it kind of heavy. Particle transform. And then begin and end time. That's about it, I'm gonna be honest. Everything else can kind of be figured out from like these values. Because an individual particle would have like an individual position, an individual... Actually, arguably, maybe... No, yeah, you could start a particle with like different initial... Yeah, okay, well, I guess it just depends. This is good enough for now, though. So, begin and end color... we might want a velocity. I'm not gonna worry about acceleration though. Math vec 3 M velocity. Particle physics information. I may put an acceleration here. I guess I'll see if that's really unnecessary. So yeah, this is kind of heavy particle currently. Start time and end time. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then a particle instance is going to have an SD vector of particles, which are not defined here. So let's go ahead and move this down. And of course, this is going to be a flat structure. Particles, yep. An instance is going to have a ref, maybe a pointer to a config, so maybe like an emitter config pointer m config, and then yeah, I'm gonna start moving towards like raw pointers if I can, yeah, so that it's non-owning, but we'll see. So yeah, this holds a config. What else did I say in my little diagram? I just forgot. Let's see. Yeah, particle. We might also want, yeah, like an entity transform. That's a good idea. We could just get a pointer to that. So, oh, that's a circular include, isn't it? Okay, yeah, it's a circular include, so yeah, I'm definitely going to reference it as a pointer. So we're going to do a struct, or what is it? I forget now. Let me head back, or maybe I can just go to engine components. I'm referring to this, right? But the thing is, this is defined in a location where this is already included, so that's going to be a circular include if I leave it the way it is. Particle EmitterConfig. Yeah, I'm wondering if I want to start moving away from references for these things. I just might, to be honest. Okay, well, no, I'll leave it for now since it's fine. Emitter. And EmitterConfig handle. EmitterConfig. Ref. And we'll just do null pointer. Okay, that's all the emitter component needs to be. Just a reference to the actual thing, whatever. All right. Okay, so wait, what did I say this was? These are all structs, right? It's called transform component. Okay, so we're gonna do up here, we're gonna do a struct transform component, so that we're aware of this. Also, this is going to be an ECS. ECS transform component, yeah. So now we're going to have a ECS transform component pointer. If we have a pointer, we don't need the actual reference to it, which is nice. And then we're just going to say parent transform. There we go. And this, I believe this is all we need to render the actual particle. Just the configs, or like how are we, like, what are we doing? Right, specifically, we're not, this is going to balloon out into a lot of stuff. The actual vector particles, and then just the parent transform, so that we know where to start rendering stuff. And this, of course, this is a pointer, which is really nice, because that way we can modify the original transform, and then this just automatically updates. But of course, that comes with all of its own pitfalls, but I just need to manage these things accordingly, and it should be all right. But yeah, this emitter instance kind of exists as like a child to whatever entity owns it. So if the parent dies, this instance should die as well. I'll make sure I do that in code. Okay, so I think that's all the types: particle system, init, terminate, on render, and then on update. So init, yeah, I think we're mostly good. So now the idea, right, is, okay, wait, let me see. Let me start adding the UI for this, since this is already like a thing now. We'll do math spec for m size begin end. Maybe do something like that globally. What I'm thinking too is maybe an emitter can hold like multiple modules at some point, and then that could, I don't know. I guess it's overcomplicating things. We'll see. We'll see. For now, we'll keep it simple. All right, so let's head back to the ECS. And yeah, we already defined this component. We need to make sure that we define it in here as well, so everything processes. I don't really love this system, but it's what we got. I'm not going to mess with it. I think I'll put it here. So particle emitter component. There we go. All right. Also, particle emitter. I guess this is the only one that has component on it. Okay. Oh, we know that's because it's kind of part of the type, yeah. All right, I think that's all I need to do here, though. So, let's see. Okay, first order of business. Let's see if we can. Okay, you know what? Let me make the config an asset. Let's start there. Since that's what the components kind of depend on, I need to have that already set up. So, particle emitter. EmitterConfig. Yeah, okay, wait, let me go back really quick. What is this called again? This is called EmitterConfig. This is gonna be a really long name if I specify everything. Particle config manager. I guess I could just make it called EmitterConfig. Emitter. EmitterConfig manager. I could say key EmitterConfig manager. Whatever. Particle emitter config. Sure, it'll have a giant name. Why not? At least it's descriptive. It's gonna be fun to type over and over again. Particle emitter config manager. Okay. So now let's copy something similar. I guess maybe something like the input manager. It's kind of similar. We'll go ahead and go here and just this. And then here we're going to switch input map to particle emitter config. Okay. Class particles, and then it's actually just going to be called EmitterConfig. And then, of course, everywhere we have inputs, we'll switch with particles. Okay. And then, yeah, this is just going to be called EmitterConfig. Yeah. Okay. Everything uses refs currently. I'll probably change that at some points. Okay, let's check for any bugs. Oh yeah, there's no asset called EmitterConfig, yeah. Particle. Okay, wait, what do I call it in the... Hold on. Particle emitter. Particle emitter config. Alright. Sure, why not? Alright. Let's make sure I didn't throw any fun bugs or whatever. Particle emitter config manager is an asset manager. Yep. That looks fine to me. This is going to be called particle emitter config. Parts of parts particle emitter kg particle. Is that a good name for it? I don't know. Particle emitter config. This not a bad. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, has asset cache. For the input map, yeah, no, we wouldn't want an asset cache, but for a particle emitter config, I actually say yes. It's not bad. It's not a bad idea to, like, if you want to just keep using it, just cache it. Has intermediate location? No. Has file location? Yes. Has file importing? No. Has file saving? Yeah. Has asset creation from name? Yes. Yeah, it does, yeah. Okay, so those are all correct. I guess I'll just leave it as KG particle for now. Yeah, okay. I could just KG particle for now. And then make sure I didn't leave any errors in here. Looks fine. Destructor is default. Yep. Serialize assets. Yep. Okay, cool. Let's head over to the input mode or input map manager. Go to here, leave them. All right. Okay, so this should be interesting. Create asset file from name. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'll get some water. right, I am back. Let's continue. So first thing, let's take everything that says input map and replace it with wait, actually, I can do this a little bit smarter. Everywhere that says input map manager, we're going to replace it with particle, what is it called? Particle emitter config manager. Okay, there we go. Now, this is going to be particles and particle service for now, I guess. All right. Okay, so now everywhere where we have input map, let's change that to particles and then particle no. Emitter config, I think that's the name of it. Okay. Okay. And also everywhere we see input map left, we're just going to change it to EmitterConfig. Okay. And then find EmitterConfig metadata, change to, oh, wait, what did I call this? Hold on. Oh, there is no metadata. Okay. That's a good point. Particle emitter config, and then also the metadata for this is going to be empty, I believe. Particle emitter config metadata. It's a long ass name. Particle emitter config meta. Okay. All right, what other issues are there? Yeah, this doesn't contain that. I would agree with that. Yeah, those are all errors. Yep, those are definitely, these are pretty typical though. Okay, we'll just go down one by one. So, create temporary config. Yeah, sure. And then save binary into file. Yeah, sure. Load data into in-memory metadata object. Yes, yes. Sure. Okay, I don't want to mess with any of that. Okay, so here's where we want to start. It's called emitter too. Yeah. Okay, so we don't have a bunch of like vectors of things here. This is actually a lot simpler than this. So really, we just want to do out begin map. Something simple. What's a simple one? Script, scene, texture. Is texture simple? It might be simple actually. The only thing is if we need to just load in some texture specific metadata. So realize it's specific metadata. Is there a serialized asset thing here? No, there's not, because yeah, that one's an import, so that handles differently, right? Because I don't have any saving or creation of textures in my engine currently. So what about, okay, input map? Okay, game state's simple, right? Or is it actually? It might be kind of complicated. Oh, you know what? That's actually not that bad. Yeah, serialized as. Let's try this. So let's head back to this here, and then we'll do this. Because again, input is kind of complicated, but let's find game states. Is it just there? Oh, it is. Well, okay. Vertical emitter. That's big. Alright, we don't need this vector or any of this garbage currently. We can get rid of this sequence. Okay, and then I guess there's a name here. Yeah, I don't think I need to do that here, so we'll just do asset reference. Reference. Color begin. I have an overload for that, so color begin. That's fine. Okay, color end. And then color end. Okay. And then let's copy this, paste it. And then this one's gonna be called size begin. And then we'll just do this. Size begin, size end. Alright, and then fields, I don't care about that. That should begin and end the map. Okay, as easy as that, it seems. So here we have all this stuff for this. That looks fine. Let's get rid of this though. A lot of complications with the input map. Let's go back to the game state for the deserialization and let's check this out. Okay. So it just does this. So there is one loop there. Don't really care about the loop there though. Okay, so new EmitterConfig. Color begin is equal to color begin std string math vector. Yeah. Okay, and then again for size, and then this and this size. Okay, and that's it. That's nice and very simple. Okay, and then remove script. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we define like removal of certain assets from things, but here actually is not that bad. I don't think we're really nesting any particle emitters inside of other things right now, so I think we're good. Is this just defined here though? This is, okay, so this is not a virtual thing or anything, this is just, that was just defined there for some reason. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. That was when I was handling assets a bit better back then. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, we should be able to create and cool. All right, so last thing now, let's go back to the asset service and make sure we can actually use these. Do hash include Cardano assets, and then we'll do particle emitter, and then we'll just add the appropriate things. We'll do this. EmitterConfig. Ooh, we gotta be careful about this though. Particles. Ooh, okay, we gotta be careful about that though. I just realized the names actually have to be consistent in all cases. Okay. Yeah, I just realized that's an issue. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. EmitterConfig. Okay, what if I change this? Just emitter. Okay, how about now? Okay, let's expand this and see what's wrong. Where's the error? EmitterConfig manager. Oh. EmitterConfig manager. Okay, I got rid of those issues. So now let's find where the input is. We'll just, I don't think it doesn't matter. I mean, the order of this doesn't matter, but for particle config, as long as I don't do it after one of these earlier ones, will be fine. Emitter config registry. Okay. We'll do this after input, we'll keep that consistent. EmitterConfig. Okay, let's change these. Change this. Where's my solution? Let's do a rename. Rename. Okay. And then up at the top of this, I gotta change this. Alright, and then we're good. And I believe the other one I already modified. Okay. Okay, so the service is now available. So that's good. Check my stuff really quick. Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, so now this is an asset. We do have the correct, like all of the data is there now. Let's go ahead and open this up, see if I get any bugs. And then after this, we're going to start working on the UI for all this. First thing I'm going to do is get the, how do I say, the component and the scene stuff working first. What's wrong with this? First scene as a, oh yeah, it is a struct. You're being right. Build, cancel, let's try it again. Undefined type. Undefined type, what do you mean? The EmitterConfig is not defined for some reason. What's up with that? Particle service. Particles EmitterConfig. What's wrong? What's up? Wait. Actually, let me go to the top before I start jumping to conclusions. Error, something's being struck to redefinition as definition. Type redefinition struct. What? What are you talking about? Build, cancel. How about rebuild? Rebuild engine, I guess. Is there some kind of like include conflict that's going on here? Go to the manager. Maybe I defined it incorrectly? It's a Cargano particles struct EmitterConfig. Yeah. And then asset manager, particles EmitterConfig. Yeah. Yeah, there's like a error going on. What's up with all that? What did I do? Must be like a stickler include or something going on? I don't know. Cargano particles, EmitterConfig, struct, type redefinition, compiler source, something. Redefinition. And particles EmitterConfig. I'm like, maybe the math thing's messed up, but it's right there, so I don't see an issue with that. Base time stub, huh? Nope. A struct ECS component. That's not the issue though. It's the EmitterConfig. For some reason, it doesn't like it the way it is right there for some reason. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get what's going on here. Maybe I have to define something in the asset manager, maybe? No. Asset YAML? Nah. No, it says something about this is wrong. It's like it being defined here is just like problematic for some reason. Wait, let's look for EmitterConfig. Let's look around for a second. Okay, I don't want the filters, I don't care about that. EmitterConfig assets, particle EmitterConfig. EmitterConfig, okay, these are just the registry things. Did I misspell something here? Cargano particles struct EmitterConfig. Let me look at the input map really quick. Yep, nope, that looks right. Is it because it's supposed to be a class? That doesn't make any sense. No. Hold on. Okay, you know what, I can look for better. Struct EmitterConfig. Yeah, we're only doing it in these two places. And this is just a forward declare, which shouldn't be an issue. It's a ref to a particles EmitterConfig. Yeah, this doesn't even have a similar name. What's going on with that? Okay, just give me a break. I'm gonna be right back. I think I just had an idea. I have a feeling it's because in ECS, in the engine components, engine components, I include this here. Yeah, don't we include a bunch of things here? Wait, let's Cardano particles service. Okay, so we include it in the editor app, the viewports. Yeah, that's fine. The engine, we include it in 4 places. The manager. Okay, engine components, particle service, CPP, yep. Script service, and then Cardano H. Yeah. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Use of undefined. Oh yeah, it's undefined because it's having issues getting it for some reason. What is going on? Do I have to change the order of this? Asset service. But shouldn't it not be a redefinition error if I do this? Doesn't make any sense though. Yeah, I was about to say, why would that change that? Let's see. Entity.cpp, huh? Wait. Engine components. Okay, there might be an issue with this. Yeah, there might be an issue. So maybe we don't include this here. And then maybe we just do EmitterConfig here. Particles. Also, this is a struct, so I would make sure that's correct. Let's try that, I guess. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, yeah, there was definitely a circular include there. Why, though? Seems like we're including engine... Wait. Engine... Okay, wait. Let's go back to the particle service. And let's see what we're including here. So we have base, math, and time step. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so. Let's do... name space, cargon ETS. And just transform component. Let's try that. Yeah, it definitely was a circular include. What? How did that happen? Base? Really? No way. Yeah, no. What? Time step or math? Huh? Yeah, I'm not really sure where the circular include came in. I gotta take a better look at how my code's flowing at some point. That's ridiculous. Okay. Good, it compiles. That was annoying. Seven. Done. Okay. So let's try to add. Yeah, no. Okay, so this is what I want to add real quick. In the engine components, I want to add the appropriate component type. Should be real quick. Let's go to scene editor panel. There we go. Okay. And then in here, all right, we're going to just look for like inputs map or inputs components. Oh, there's no input component. What am I talking about? Okay, we'll look for like camera component, I guess. So if has camera component. We'll look everywhere there's a camera component. So let's just copy this really quick. If it has a I forgot what we were doing. Particle emitter component. There we go. The label is particle emitter. Right, and then push this data. It's an icon for a camera. I don't know what would be a good icon for particles. I guess I should add one, huh? I'll go look in my other search bar really quick. Yeah, there's some decent icons. I'm just looking for something simple, something with like straight lines and like nothing too fancy going on. Because some of these are kind of a lot. I guess this one will do. All right, well, it's fairly simple. All right, virus. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he gets the message across. Let's go find my project. Let's go to the editor. Nope, not log. Resources, icons. The scene editor? Yeah. Articles. PNG. Let's go and open that up. I'm doing this off screen, by the way. Just real quick. Okay. Alright, to this. Looks like this is fit to form, so I might want to do that as well here. Okay. Okay, I wonder if I can blow this up a bit. Okay, I might let's see if I can 480 by 480. Can I? Oh no, I thought that was moving the selection. Okay, let's try this. We'll do image resize. Oh no. Image crop to selection. Okay. An image resize to 512 by 512. Okay. It just refuses to. Yeah, don't maintain it, it's fine, just warp it a bit. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Don't need to be perfect. Alright. Alright, and then let's go to editor service really quick. Go ahead and add that icon. So that is in the scene graph. Do S icon particles. Okay. Let's head over here, go up top. And then we'll find out wherever we... I mean, we're defining those inline, right? So I don't have to do that whole thing again, but if you go to init, we got to make sure that we initialize this properly, right? Kind of important. This is the editor ones. Where's the scene ones? There, there. Let's put it down here. Not. Oh, it's so like that. I don't know. Particles. Scene editor, and then particles. Particles. Okay. Close this one. Bring it over this edge. Give me a second to be right back. Gotta do something. Okay, alright, I am back. Had to check something really quick. Let me switch the music. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we added the particles thing, that's cool. And then go find the one for number, no, okay. Did I just mix them in here or something? I guess so. Okay, so S icon particles dot resets. Later on I want to do this, I'll reconfigure this, but this is how it is for now. Alright, let's go back to where I originally was. S icon particles. Okay. Alright. Okay, this is fine. Everything that says camera here. Camera. I guess just these two. What did I call this? Particle emitter? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so it just provides that integer along with it, which is fine. Okay, let's keep looking for camera. Emitter. That's what it's called. Okay. The engine component. Particle emitter. Okay, let's keep looking for camera. Okay. Alright, search for engine. Okay, so we start with camera. That's nice. Okay, lots of camera. We're going by a label, which is interesting. Emitter. Particle emitter. Okay. Okay. Particle emitter, all right. Let's make sure I'm adding all the correct things. Look for a camera in here. Nope, that's good. Camera, all right. Initialize camera component. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff, isn't it? FOV and whatnot. Okay, so for this one, we're going to want to add initialize camera components. So void initialize particle emitter components. Let's go ahead and add that really quick. All right, and then let's go to, I think there's like a draw. Yeah, draw. Particle emitter components. Put the camera around as well. So all these, and then that and that. Okay. So we'll do really similar to onCreate actually. This. Particle emitter components. Particle emitter header. Particle emitter scripts. All right, so all the types are now available. Let's add this and let's hook them up as well. Okay, so we'll add that. Let's go to the constructor and then we'll call on, it doesn't matter, just do this. Okay. Okay, particle emitter is being called, and then let's find usages. Oh, no. Find usages. Okay, usages. There we go. It's wrong button. Okay, so two places. If we're drawing all components, then draw particle emitter component with the length key. Okay. And this is loops through all the remaining project components if that's necessary. Yep. Okay, and then where's the camera one? Okay, so particle emitter. Particle emitter component. All right, and then next thing is let's go to onCreate and then let's copy this because it's gonna be very similar. And then come here. Okay. Find onCreate. And then we'll do particle emitter. Let's try that. Yeah, just minus script. Okay, so get EmitterConfig. And then this is going to be components, not emitter handle. Let's find all these. Because I have them named like this for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, that's good. just doesn't convert. Okay, yeah. So particles EmitterConfig. And what's wrong here? You provide a hand. Oh no, that's good. Okay, and then this script thing. Okay, so this is going to be off. That's fine. Emitter. Okay. Okay, let's look for script in here. Script. Assets. Asset info. Info. And then we're gonna get this. Config. Info. Yep. Yeah, I guess we're just going to do emitter info dot data dot file location dot stem dot string. There we go. Okay, so I guess this is how I'm going to label it, just as the stem. Is that how do I do that normally? Do I do? I guess I just do file name, not file name. That would give the entire file name instead of just the little term. Okay. So that's fine. Make sure everything else looks okay. Looks all right to me. Okay, so we're calling this the correct location. So now really we just need to get the initialize, which again, this is going to be fairly similar. What's another one that's kind of similar? I think maybe shape. Camera? No, camera is kind of complex. Tag? Almost too simple, actually. No, we want like AI components. That's like somewhat similar. Kind of complicated, but we'll get rid of most of this, honestly. Okay, let's head over to on the particle initialize. Yep. Okay. So, all right. So this is the on confirm. Okay, so there's like 4 of these. That's why it's so long. So the previous state, get rid of that. We only need 1 of these. Current state, yep, get rid of that. Global state. Okay, so we'll leave global state. And then we'll bring this over, and then yeah, we'll go from there. What is up with the tabbing of this? It's like worse than it usually is. Okay, submit to main thread. Okay, so this is for removing the component. Okay. So AI state header. Project particle emitter. particle emitter. Particle emitter. Alright, remove components, selected entity if it has components. Yeah, this one. And then we're going to search the depth is equal to emitter and remove it. Don't know why I'm using auto here. It's just an editorUI tree entry. EmitterUI tree entry. There we go. Then remove the entry. And then remove component in the ECS, right? So emitter. Yeah. Okay. Let's look for any remaining stuff here. So, what was this originally? This was the AI. So AI. Okay, I think we're good. Option widgets. Switch one. Select particle emitter. Okay. Okay, bring this back. It's fine. Okay, gets particle get emitter config registry, and then we're gonna do AI. Nope, we're gonna do particles EmitterConfig emitter config ref gets EmitterConfig EmitterConfig ref. Yep. Okay, all emitters. And then on confirm, we'll just do this right here, which is fine. Yeah, and all this could use a nice refactor, I'm not gonna lie. It really could. Particle emitter components. Particle emitter. Okay. Let's make sure we're doing this. Components. Okay, let's read through line by line. If then we'll get that particular components. Check for empty entry. If entry is equal to asset empty, yep, then we're gonna do that's the handle is empty, and then ref is null pointer. Yep. And then check for a valid entry and update if possible. So emitter handle ref is equal to get EmitterConfig from the handle, and then you're good. All emitters. Okay, and we're using the file location. Yeah. Wait, file location. Hold on, that's too much. File name. File location dot file name dot string. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, that should be everything. Let's go ahead and try it out. Yeah, adding a new component's always kind of painful. I might go through here and maybe parameterize this stuff a bit more. The last time I had it like that, it was really confusing, so I don't know. I'll see. But either way, this file will use a nice cleanup, because what is it, like 3,000 lines now? Getting a little long. Yeah, and I have a few ideas on how I can clean it up. Just some basic things I can just run through about it. Or just make it easier to parse. Yeah, not a lot of comments. Yeah, this could just use a nice cleanup at some point. Alright, if this works, I'll go ahead and commit this really quick. Oh man, 2 hours and 24 minutes? Not too bad. Yeah, after this, I'm going to make sure... Yeah, basically, the next thing is just to add a window for editing the particles. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to need that grid line thing I do. Yeah, there's a few things I'm going to need. Let's see them. Alright, let's take a look. So I could go here, right click, add component, particle emitter. Okay, did it work? Looks like it did. Alright. Okay, there's no asset like this. I can search for it. That's cool. Be nice if I actually add that thing, it would pop up, but that's fine. Alright, well, let's go ahead and remove it. They removed it. Okay. Let's close that. And components, particle emitter. Yep. And just reference emitter. Okay. Pretty simple. I mean, I don't have any actual emitters to check it with, but I mean, seems like it's working. Well, you could add a particle emitter right there. Okay. Not too bad. All right, well, I think that works. I mean, I don't really see any issues with it. Yeah, you can pop it in and out. Looks like it works. All right, I mean, there'll be some nice little pop up, but seems good to me. All right, well, let's go ahead and commit here really quick. No. Okay, so first thing is a lot of modifications to the scene editor panel, but basically, let's go to the assets. Actually, let's go here. So add EmitterConfig asset. EmitterConfig emitter instance. And edit particle in structs. Let's add struct and edit particle struct in particle service.h. All right, editor UI. Okay, so basically editor UI, what is it? Oh, yeah. Add particles icon. Add particles icon. To editorUI, not CPs, not agents. I did there. Engine components. Oh, yeah. Add particle emitter components to engine components, not H. What did there? Oh, this is just a new file, that's why. Add particle, add emitter config asset to asset service.h and emitter config manager.cp/h. That ability to add emitter particle emitter component to the T's in scene editor panel. CP/h. Okay, I think that's it. So, in summary, allow modification, allow creation of script particle, allow creation of particle component emitter components. Allow creation of particle emitter components. All right, that's a good commit right there. That's basically what I did. All right, let's continue on. All right, so it looks like everything is coming together. We can now add a particle emitter component, which is just this now. This is going to expand as it gets more complicated. Yeah, okay, so the next thing is to be able to modify an emitter config, right? That's kind of the big, like, bread and butter, I guess, of this. The meat and the potatoes, if you would say. Yeah, this is probably, yeah, this is definitely going to be the most complicated part of this. So let's just see how far I can get with this right now, since we're going to be making an entirely new window. It's fun. All right, so first thing, let's get to the editor. All this is going to be editor stuff. Source, Windows. Okay, we're going to add a new folder. This is going to be particles. Okay. So I'm gonna say let's say particle emitter. New item. Particle emitter. Window. Not H. Okay. Particle emitter window.cv. And added a primal once here for some reason. It's fun. All right, so let's yoink this. Most functionality is going to be very similar. Let's see what's not necessary though. Okay, so we have a runtime UI. This is going to be replaced with particles, particle service. Editor UI is necessary. Yep, key events probably necessary. Base necessary. These panels I'm not worried about right now. Yeah, that's messed up. That should be fine. Okay. Now let's take everything that says UI editor. Oh yeah, so panels. We'll add some panels in a second. Okay, so we're gonna want particles. EmitterConfig. Emitter. Okay. Yeah, for now this will be empty. Yeah. I'll leave these here just in case because I'm gonna need them later. Okay. Friends is properties panel. Well, that's not necessary anymore. That's not necessary in the other one as well, actually. Okay. Init panels is still gonna be necessary, definitely. UI editor window. On events, on asset events, I would agree with that one. I do agree we need that as well and that as well. And on updates probably necessary, yep. Yeah, these will probably be necessary, yep. Okay, so the only other thing really is just this and this. Particle emitter, what is it? Particle emitter window. I think that's it. Yeah, so now it's like we don't have any of these things. Yep, I would agree. Let's head over here. Oh wait, no. Okay, we'll yoink this stuff for a second. Not the most complicated window, honestly. So this is still valid. This is still here. OS commands probably will be necessary. Yeah. Okay, open a bunch of stuff. Where's the constructor? Find UI editor window. Change with emitter window. Okay, and then it's gonna be particle emitter. Okay, yeah, so on open create dialog. What's up with this being here? It's kind of interesting. Okay, that's fine. Init panels. Yeah, you initialize the panels. I would agree with that. Input events, we just push input events along, yeah. Do we need a tree or the emitter? I might need a tree later on, but for now it's not necessary. You know what? I'm actually thinking maybe. Hold on. Hold on, let me undo all this for a second. And undo all this and just redo it. I know I did a lot of work just now doing that, but... Okay, I'm gonna... Let's see. Basically, I'm just gonna get rid of the tree. I don't need the tree right now. But the properties panel can stay. And the viewport panel can stay. It'll make that a lot simpler. Yeah, and the properties panel is going to get a lot easier to deal with. But yeah, it's still going to be a viewport, still going to be a properties. And then really quick, I want to get rid of this. Get rid of this. No tree. Init panels. This and this are now vertical emitter window. I'm kind of rushing. I want to get this done as fast as possible. I can get back to doing particles. Tree. So this is going to be emitter properties. Vertical emitter. Okay, there we go. And not runtime UI, it's going to be particles, particle service. Okay, editor app, yep. Particles. Yep. EmitterConfig. Okay. Yeah, these would be panels. These aren't here yet, but actually, yeah, those names are fine. Leave those alone. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take not the tree, the viewport, and paste those in there, and the properties panel, and paste those in there. I'm gonna rename these. Emitter. Particle emitter. Viewports. Rename this again. Particle emitter. Rename, and it's particle emitter. Okay, here we go. Particle emitter. And then we'll just put this right here. All right. All right, yeah, we'll leave this a lot of this stuff alone for a second and do particles. The particle service. All right, UI property display. I may need this later, but for now, actually, I don't really need it. Yeah, I probably will add the tree later though, back. But as of right now, it's not really that helpful. Yeah, so let's just nuke this. This is fine. UI options, a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Actually, most of this stuff is unnecessary. I'll just leave one section. Properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 28. Okay, now we're fine. Alright, end current display, not worried about that. There's no active widget or anything like that, just the name of it, so we're good. And then, yeah, like 90% of these are good. What is this? Draw window, draw... Yeah, these are all like the different things. Honestly, this, I can just do this stuff directly in here, so I can just, I mean, I might leave one and rename it. Draw particle. Emitter options, yeah. Clear panel data, that's always relevant. On editor, yep. And then just initialize up to here. Vertical emitter options. Okay, yep. What else? Yeah, this stuff on modify. Yeah, I mean, I'll add these in a moment. Change emitter data. Okay, and then like, yeah, like 90% of these are just garbage, so I'll just get rid of this whole section for now. This is gonna be entirely different. Okay, this is looking a lot simpler. That's good. I'll add the complexity back in a moment. Okay, so this one thing, vertical emitter. Okay. Okay, and then the thing is, a lot of these are still relevant, so it's just going to look slightly different because we're going to be working in 3D for the particles, as opposed to the 2D where we're I mean, as opposed to the UI, which is only really functioning in 2D. Or it's an orthographic camera, it's not a 3D camera. So okay, let me just look through this really quick. Yeah, that's fine. Initialize frame buffer, yeah. Yep, on update, on editor render, yep, on input events, on key press, yeah, there's, yeah. Overlay, underlay, okay, there's a lot of this going on. I would say draw a gizmo, yeah. Do you even need a gizmo for this one? That's a good question. Okay, I'll say most of this is handle mouse hovering. Okay, wait, you might need toolbar. Draw proportional grid. I'm gonna replace it with just draw grid. And then okay, all these overlays and underlays though, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of. But these ones are important. I'll say handle overlay. Draw overlay. And whatnot, I don't know. On open emitter. Draw debug lines. Draw widget constraint distance lines. Yeah, I don't. These are fine. Then reset camera. This is always a good one. But these constraint lines, I don't care about. This is just general debug lines, right? leave that. Okay, I'll debug lines, huh? No. Okay, I don't think I have any debug lines I can think of right now. I'll add it back later if it's necessary. Okay, this one's called particle emitter. Port. Okay, this is going to be switched to a perspective camera. Editor perspective camera. Viewport data, I agree with. Int Gizmo. Frame buffer, yep. Focused, yep. Still want to do that. This is not a thing. Debug overlay data. Toolbar enabled, yep. Display grid, yep. Proportional grid select sections. I don't care about that, but this will get switched for something else in a moment. And yeah, I think that's about it. This isn't a thing anymore. Don't need runtime UI here. This is not orthographic anymore, this is perspective. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Let me check the window one more time. Okay, now we're gonna do particle emitter viewport panel. Emitter properties panel. And it doesn't know what that is, so we gotta do particle emitter. There we go. Now it knows that or maybe I spelled some things. All right. Okay, what about the name? Did I have a name for this? Oh no, the window doesn't need a name. The panel does. So the emitter, yep. Okay, so let's start worrying about the implementations for these now. So let's head up. This is going to be pretty the same, but we're going to change a few things. First thing is UI editor window. Change that to let's put this in there. Okay, yeah, some of these are. Wait, what? What's wrong? Particle in. Oh, because it's not defined up here, yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what's wrong with this one? Okay. editorUI. Replace it with editor emitter. Handle is emitter handle. Oh, I guess that doesn't occur anywhere in here. Tree panel. Okay, so I'll deal with that in a second. On open create dialog. Bring window to front. I might rename this to panel actually. I don't know. Okay, so let's get rid of all these tree panel things. Okay, gotta be careful with this. Oh yeah, so this is particle emitter. Go. Okay, get rid of that. Yep, it's not necessary anymore. Render the table if m show tree. Yeah, that's not relevant anymore. Yeah, I agree with that one. Okay, on acid event is interesting. I'll get back to that in a second. Okay, open asset in editor. Okay, let me take a break really quick. I'll be right back. I'm put 10 minutes. I should be back earlier, but just for safety, I'll put 10 minutes. Okay. Ooh. Wait, my OBS is being weird. Hold on. Why is it so... Bruh. Doesn't want to... There we go. Okay. It's being weird. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear that. Open create dialog. Set window focus is this one. Check if panel is already occupied by an asset. Create editor, use user interface. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So a lot of the creation and whatnot stuff is handled by the tree panel, which I'm not transferring over. Okay, this is kind of... Okay, I think I might call it here for today. My brain's not really processing this stuff right now, so just to make sure, let me just make sure everything compiles really quick. I'm gonna do an if 0 for everything. Let's just do that really quick. So let's do hash if 0. Okay, let's do that for all these. Yeah, I was trying to think, but my brain was not thinking. Hash if 0. So yeah, we'll come back to this tomorrow. All right, let's do this one more time. Hash if 0. I mean, it's not like I'm including this into anything in particular right now, so it should be fine. All right, and the last one is this. 0, and then all the way down. Hash and if. There we go. All right, let's try to compile it. If it compiles, I'll just go ahead and push the code, and I'll say incomplete to commit. Still working on things. And then, yeah, I'll just pick up tomorrow, and hopefully I can finish up this window. Yeah, it's just pretty typical UI editor UI code today. Yeah, hopefully I can get through the majority of this a little faster tomorrow, and then I can get into just adding some particles, which would be really nice. The actual like particles aspect of this really shouldn't be that hard. And it'll be really nice to actually have a full editor for the particles, because then I can kind of visualize what's happening. So now that I think about it, this should be nice. And then when I want to add new features to the particle system, I can just tag them on into this window system. Should be nice. Okay, looks like it compiles, so that's good. Good sign. Alright, looks good. Yeah, looking good. Alright. Yeah, you can definitely add like a particle emitter, which is nice. Nice. Let's go ahead and delete that. I guess I can't do that there. Let's go ahead and remove that. Probably should add that as a feature. And there's a little refactoring I can do to this in general. But yeah, there's no particles window yet. I'll add that soon. Yeah, so let's go ahead and commit. Start copying over. Oh, mirror back. Okay, I'm back. The music's not. Oh. Start copying over. Wait, start creating particle emitter window from UI editor window. Okay. That's all I've been doing so far, yeah. Alright, cool. So yeah, I think I'll call the stream there. I'm gonna make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I don't think I modified the game code. Yeah, I don't think so. Progress board's still the same. Next stream should be tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so it's the first stream of the week. Should be. And yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, I don't think too many people came into the stream today. I guess it's been kind of quiet the past few days. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, I guess it's been kind of quiet. If you are on Twitch and like it doesn't say you're on, like I appreciate you coming by. But yeah, if you're watching YouTube, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. And yeah, I think that's about it. Later.